Dorit Kemsley files for divorce amid ongoing public separation from PK Kemsley. Dorit Kemsley has officially filed for divorce from her husband PK Kemsley. Following a year of public separation, their relationship struggles were a central focus on the latest season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where viewers saw the couple trying to navigate their evolving dynamic. Dorit appeared committed to maintaining a civil relationship, while PK seemed to shift quickly into a different phase of his life. The show has faced criticism in recent seasons for feeling overly curated, with several cast members sharing less of their personal lives. The Kemsleys' unfolding split may offer the type of real-life storyline that brings renewed authenticity to the series. In recent weeks, PK has been photographed spending time with Shauna Wall, a fellow reality TV personality. Their public appearance together drew attention, particularly due to timing. The images surfaced on April 24, and Dorit filed for divorce soon after. Throughout the most recent season, Dorit expressed hope that she and PK might reconcile for the sake of their family, including their two young children. However, by the season's conclusion, they were in limited contact, and Dorit appeared to be moving toward accepting the end of the marriage. Some observers have speculated that PK's recent public outing may have signaled to Dorit said it was time to move forward. According to reports, Dorit may be working with high-profile divorce attorney Laura Wazzer, known for representing major public figures. If true, this suggests Dorit is preparing for a serious legal process. Notably, the couple's marriage lasted just over 10 years, a detail that may impact matters such as spousal support under California law, where long-term marriages can carry additional considerations. The timing of the filing has raised questions, as Dorit and PK announced their separation in May 2024. Yet the divorce was not filed until nearly a year later. Dorit had previously mentioned that PK had expressed his intent to divorce some time ago, which makes the delay in filing noteworthy. As part of the divorce proceedings, Dorit is requesting both spousal and child support, as well as full legal and physical custody of their two children, Jagger and Phoenix. On the show, she expressed concerns about the couple's parenting arrangements, indicating that she had taken on the majority of responsibilities with no prenuptial agreement. Reported the division of assets could become a significant aspect of the case. The outcome may have implications for both parties' financial futures and family life. Dorit's role on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has remained a subject of speculation, and this new chapter in her life could bring renewed focus to her storyline on the show. As the divorce unfolds, it's likely to be a key narrative, both on and off screen, in the months ahead. A new chapter for Dorit Kemsley on RHOBH. Dorit Kemsley's divorce filing marks a turning point not only in her personal life, but potentially for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as well. Longtime fans have noted that many of the cast members have grown more guarded over the years, choosing to share curated versions of their lives. Dorit's decision to bring her real-time marital issues to the forefront has provided a rare look into the emotional toll of separation under the public eye. As the Kemsleys' relationship transitioned from separation to divorce, viewers watched the emotional unraveling unfold, from Dorit's hope of reconciliation to her growing acceptance that her marriage might not be salvageable. Despite maintaining a composed demeanor, Dorit opened up in vulnerable moments, sharing her concerns about parenting, emotional neglect, and uncertainty about the future. Custody and legal matters take center stage. Dorit is now reportedly seeking full legal and physical custody of their children, a decision she has suggested stems from concern for their well-being and stability. The show documented her frustrations with the limited time PK spent with the kids, as she expressed a desire for consistency. Decisions will ultimately be made in court. Dorit appears prepared to fight for what she believes is in her children's best interest, with no prenup in place. The financial aspects of the divorce may become contentious. Dorit is pursuing both spousal and child support and given California's laws regarding long-term marriages. The court could factor in the length of their union when determining support obligations. Pig's new relationship draws attention. Meanwhile, PK's recent outings with Shaw Wall have stirred interest among fans and media. While neither PK nor Shauna has publicly commented on the nature of their relationship, the timing of their appearance together has not gone unnoticed. Shauna, a former contestant on The Amazing Race, has a public profile of her own, which has only fueled further speculation. Dorit Kemsley's divorce diaries. The calm before the storm. Dorit Kemsley stood barefoot on the edge of her sprawling Beverly Hills balcony, the early morning sun casting a golden hue across the hazy skyline. The stillness felt foreign. Normally her mornings were a flurry of schedules, kids to drop off, glam to manage, cameras arriving to capture the curated chaos of reality TV royalty. But today was different. A thick manila envelope sat on the marble kitchen counter behind her. Inside were the official divorce papers. Her name spelled out in looping legal type stared back at her like a stranger she once knew. It had been nearly a year since she and Paul PK Kemsley announced their separation. Back then she'd still believed that some part of him might come back, not just physically but emotionally. He had drifted, and she had stayed anchoring herself in the routines of motherhood, press interviews, and the reality show narrative that often blurred fiction and truth. But the photos had changed everything. A public life unraveling. April 24 wasn't the date she would remember. It was the look on his face as he walked hand in hand with Shauna Wall through a shaded West Hollywood street, smirking for the cameras like nothing had ever broken. The tabloids ran with it within hours. Plate moves on. One headline read, "New flame," or "Just friends?" asked another. Dorit didn't need a caption to interpret the meaning. This was no coincidence. This was a message. Back in the editing suite, Bravo producers debated whether to include the shots in the season's final cut. Ultimately, they did, and Dorit, sitting on her white ball confessional chair, let the tears fall silently as the footage rolled. I think this is the moment I knew it was really over, she told producers. More than just cameras for viewers, the Kemsley's marital decline had played out. In Vignetesa, frosty dinner is missed anniversary, a tearful conversation in the backyard with their dog peeking in the background. Dorit tried to keep her day hoodie intact, offering the public a portrait of a woman holding her life together, even as it fractured quietly behind her designer sunglasses. But behind the scenes, the pain was sharper, more jagged. Pay had stopped sleeping at the house months ago. The kids, Jagger and Phoenix, were asking more questions. Why isn't Daddy coming home for dinner? Does Daddy still love us? Dorit gave them the soft truths. She protected them like a lioness with her cubs, and when cameras weren't rolling, she was emailing lawyers she met with Laura Wasser at a private studio in Westwood, away from the Beverly Hills gossip mill. It wasn't about revenge. It was about clarity. I want to live my life again, she whispered to Wazer mascara, smudged from a sleepless night. I want peace. Secrets in the fine print. There was no prenup. 10 years of shared finances, homes in multiple countries, cars, handbags, and debt. Yes, debt. The public rarely saw that side. The glamorous front belied the financial strain that came from living a life perpetually in the spotlight. Pay had dabbled in stakes business deals, some of which which Dorit had built her own brand. But in California divorce court, 10 years marked a milestone. The difference between temporary and long-term spousal support, Laura Wasser, was blunt. This isn't going to be clean, but we'll make sure it's fair. Dorit signed the petition on a quiet Wednesday morning with her assistant waiting just outside the room. Her hands trembled for only a moment, then she handed it off. "File it," she said. "We're done. Custody battles and private pain in Court documents leaked weeks later. Dorit requested full legal and physical custody of their children. It shocked fans, not because they believed PK was unfit, but because it marked such a definitive break. Privately, Dorit had expressed concern over PK's sporadic presence in the children's lives, his travel schedule, his growing connection with Shauna, his distractions. They all chipped away at his involvement. Phoenix needs routine, she told a close friend. Jagger's in therapy, already trying to understand why daddy doesn't show up for soccer anymore. PK's response came in the form of a carefully worded statement to People magazine: I love my children deeply. Implication otherwise is categorically untrue. Still, he did not fight the request for primary custody. Sources suggested he hoped for a co-parenting arrangement, but knew he had already lost Dorit's trust.